Hello everyone, again welcome to the channel. It is Malachi Emerald where I give you Malachi perspective. Right. Today I want to address a question that I had in my mind some time ago. And the question would have been, why I became a YouTuber? Very important question, why I became a YouTuber after all that I had seen going on YouTube. Why did I become a YouTuber? YouTube has become a way of life for nearly everybody, the young, the old, the indifferent. And many persons, that's how they get to correct or do or repair stuff by going on YouTube. Nearly everything nowadays is on YouTube. Students can find information related to each subject here, clearly demonstrated, and give them a great insight. I joined YouTube from 2012. About 10 years since I put on the first content on YouTube. I ensured that I had created my channel, but I didn't have any information to put on it. I wasn't even sure then. And as time goes by, many other little things came into my head. So 10 years after I created the channel, I started putting on information. But at first I was fascinated by much of the information that was being displayed on YouTube. Many different variety. But the issue that I had was some of these content creators was not putting out information that is valid or information that fully describe wherever they were, whether they were blogging or they were just regularly creating content. And based on the quality of some of the content that I had seen, I had watched a lot of food videos with Mark Wheels and Best Food Blog and many food blogs and many travelers or travel bloggers. And I realized a whole lot of video has been pushing out on some of the quality of these videos as the information goes out. Isn't that information that is totally correct? And I wanted to sort of help to change this. Yes, much fact was being presented, but at the same time a whole lot of the information was not correctly said, or a person give reason that they thought, when in truth and in fact the reason wasn't something that was correct. Alright, so I wanted to give people reliable information, man, valid information and correct information. Right? And I could only do that because I have the experience in some fields. I have experience in the field of agriculture, in the field of management, and I've done extensive work, groundwork, especially during the COVID period, where I do a whole lot of work with food. Even though that is one of my specialized areas, I did a whole lot of work with people and culture and the way of preparing food and the nutrients, and all of these would have been my area. So I would have fact and I have the skill to of demonstrating. And I wanted to put out all of this information so persons could get information that has experience and information that is correct. Very important, correct information. So areas relating to agriculture, food and food preparation and agricultural demonstration, culture as it relates to people we are living on food, and selected socialism because I didn't want to touch much socialism, that would have been so broad. And when I researched these areas and I went and looked at some of the videos that are being presented, and I said, okay, I'm an expertise in this area. I'm an expert in this area, and I can provide expertise. I can provide information that people will want, and information that is factual, valid, and correct. Very, very important. Again, as I said, I want persons to get information that is totally correct. So I started doing a little vlogging, and then I started to create some videos, collect some footage and clippings and put some videos together. But my problem was, how do I edit such, and I didn't have the money to start to get these elaborate or fancy editing software. So I had a conversation with a YouTuber, which is one of my brother. And again, you can always look him up. I'm going to put the information in the description below. DAPPA E Central. And he introduced me to a reasonable software, and that is what I have been using. I have been using my camera also, the camera from my phone, A51 Samsung. And that's what I had been using, manipulating it, get some good quality pictures so that I can put out quality information. Yes, you are with Malachi Emerald, the channel. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe. Again, if you are not new, continue to enjoy the video or the content that I have been putting out. Yes, I'm addressing the situation or the question why I became a YouTuber. And even before I think of making this video, I put out in my YouTube community page, asking person why they think I became a YouTuber, and also on my Facebook page. And there are a few responses that person came up with that I would want to share. And again, I will read about 4 responses to me. First one, I asked why should I be a YouTuber, and if they could give possible reasons. The first response was from AA, to share your knowledge and experience. And that is what that person would have stated. Again, that is so correct, because the vast amount of knowledge that I have and the experience, as stated earlier in some key areas, would have been, yes, one of the reasons. Second reason, that said that I was bored. Yeah, it could have been, but that wasn't a reason for me to join YouTube. Being bored mean I would have maybe watched YouTube, but not to create content. Well, it could have been a reason for some person, but that wasn't a reason for me. The third person made mention of that's JC, to shed light on things we often think about, but never really take the time to educate ourselves on the subject. That is true too, because I didn't educate myself on how are the requirements to be a YouTuber or to have my content being created and edited. Most of my learning was on the way, and I did a whole lot of research, a whole lot of content creation, videos, and that's how I learned much of the information. Right? So that's a good one, to shed light on things we often think about, but we never really take the time to educate ourselves on the subject. But the good thing though, I didn't do that, but I have taken the steps so I can educate you. Yes, my fans, the followers, persons who contribute to this channel, and things that, we need to know. And the final respondent, GS, said the reason to bring awareness to certain cultural activities and best practices throughout Jamaica. Again, that is correct. I wanted to start in the parish of St. Elizabeth first, but again, general information has been given. So if you look at my videos, some of the information would have been in the parish of St. Elizabeth or in my locality, and some of these would have been some practices, more cultural practices, that persons tend to ignore. But I have it there recorded. You can always go anytime and look. Videos like Jamaican Blue Jaws, making jerk season, and especially the younger persons have been ignoring these. They rather partake in the product than know how to create the product. Right? So those would have been some of the reasons that some of my fans and followers would have stated why I joined YouTube. But again, as stated earlier, I wanted to join YouTube to share a whole lot of information, my knowledge in the area of food, in the area of agriculture, in the area of culture, our people, and some amount of social issue. Yes, there are many things that I could add, but I didn't want to have too wide a niche to spread my wings too much. Again, there's a whole lot of content there that can be created. There's a whole lot of space there for many other YouTubers. Again, it's not late for you to be a YouTuber. And yes, you would have heard it. Malachi M. Rowe, Malachi Perspective. Again, give the video a like and please drop a comment below. It was good having you on Malachi M. Rowe, Malachi Perspective.